Hello and welcome to English News Bulletin of Hallabol. Before moving to the details, let us have a look at the day's headlines. Tripura Congress observed silent protest demonstration at the Congress headquarters on Sunday. Tripura Congress conducted press conference on Sunday, declared 12 hours Tripura Bandh on 21st of September. Threat to media. Tripura Assembly of Journalists demands Chief Minister to withdraw his statement within the next 3 days. Now the news in details. Strongly condemning the open attack on media by Chief Minister Biplab Deb, Tripura Pradesh Congress staged silent protest demonstration at the Congress headquarters. AICC Secretary in charge of Tripura Pradesh Congress, Bhupen Kumar Bora, and prominent leaders of TPCC remained present. No democracy persists in the state. Media and press is threatened openly. At various places of the state, journalists are facing attacks. The fourth pillar of democracy is not safe. There is no freedom of speech of the opposition. Since 2018, many opposition leaders' members have undergone attacks, but none have been arrested till date. The saffron government in the state is running a dictatorship. Saturday, the Pradesh Congress leaders and members togetherly protested against the misrule of the BJP government at the Congress Bhavan. AICC Secretary in charge of Tripura Pradesh Congress, Bhupen Kumar Bora, TPCC President Piyush Biswas, and prominent Congress leaders Gopal Roy, Birojit Sinha, Shubal Bhomik voiced against the unfair or inefficient conduct of the affairs of the state by the ruling BJP government. They said the open attack on press and media, and that too by the elected representative, that is Chief Minister Biplab Deb, is a proof what kind of undemocratic situation is going on in the state. The Tripura Congress leaders said the open threat to media by Chief Minister Biplab Deb is a threat to the democracy and Indian Constitution. They also asked Chief Minister Biplab Deb to seek apology for his comments. The Congress staged silent protest demonstration in front of the statue of Rajiv Gandhi at the Congress headquarters. Along with Bhupen Kumar Bora, other senior leaders of the Congress and members of the party participated in the silent protest demonstration. Later, the Congress announced 12 hours Tripura Bandh on 21st of September. This strike has been called upon to condemn the failure of BJP government to combat the COVID-19 crisis in the state. The Congress strongly condemned the misrule and mismanagement going on in the state in the Hira era. On a happy note, on the occasion of visit of Bhupen Kumar Bora, all the prime leaders of the Congress party could be seen together at a same platform. According to the political analysts, the movement has grown stronger with the end of the infights. Bureau report, Hallabol. Sunday, Tripura Pradesh Congress held a press meet at the Congress headquarters, wherein AICC Secretary in charge of Tripura Pradesh Congress along with all the prominent leaders of Tripura Pradesh Congress remained present. Tripura Pradesh Congress declared 12 hours Tripura Bandh on 21st of September along with 9 charter point demands against the misrule of BJP government from past 2.5 years. Their 9 charter point demands include complete failure of Biplab-led BJP government in controlling the COVID-19 crisis in the state, an actual situation with complete breakdown of law and order in the state, where Congress leaders and workers have undergone attacks several times. The Congress demanded the BJP government to return the money of common and poor people deposited in the various chit funds, to provide direct cash transfer of rupees 7,500 per month to the poor and needy people according to the urge of Congress High Command Sonia Gandhi. Among the other 9 charter point demand, the Congress demanded rupees 10 lakh compensation amount to the family of COVID deceased as promised by Chief Minister Biplab Deb, recruitment of the 10,323 terminated teachers and regularization of their jobs of the contractual employees. The Congress also demanded the BJP government to stop playing with the lives of the students. Speaking at the press meet, AICC Secretary in charge of Tripura Pradesh Congress Bhupen Kumar Bora strongly condemned the open threat to media by Chief Minister Biplab Deb. He said this act of vandalism and trying to silence all the media people who are trying to do their work independently is something that is deeply worrying. It is a direct threat to the freedom of press, freedom of speech and threat to fundamental rights given by the Constitution.
मेरी 30 साल से पॉलिटिक्स में हूँ। मेरा 30 इयर्स पॉलिटिकल करियर में मैं ऐसा कोई इलेक्टेड डेमोक्रेटिकली इलेक्टेड लीडर है, ऐसा अनडेमोक्रेटिक बिहेवियर मैं अपना जिंदगी में नहीं देखा। और हम लोग सिर्फ दुखी नहीं है, पूरा देश चिंतित है। बीजेपी ने मीडिया का साथ जैसा व्यवहार करना शुरू किया, ये गणतंत्र का जो फोर्थ पिलर जो हमारा डेमोक्रेटिक
TPCC President Piyush Mishra strongly protested against the misrule and mismanagement going on in the state under the BJP governance, thereby declaring 12-hour strike on 21st of September.
কংগ্রেসের কর্মীরা আন্দোলন করতে গেলে প্রতিনিয়ত আক্রমণ, ইভেন মানুষের সাহায্যের জন্য যখন যাচ্ছে মুখ্যমন্ত্রীর আহ্বানে প্রতিশ্রুতি দেওয়ার পরে দেখা যায় সেখানেও আক্রমণ হচ্ছে। মুখ্যমন্ত্রীর বক্তব্য সাংবাদিক সম্মেলনে যা বলেন, বিরোধী দল নেতাদের বৈঠকে যা বলেন, বাস্তবে দেখা যায় ওনার কর্মীদের আচরণে এটা মুখ্যমন্ত্রীর বিচারিকা, ওনার সদিচ্ছা নয় যে বিরোধীরা কোনো রকমের গণতান্ত্রিক আন্দোলন করুক, গরিবদের পাশে দাঁড়ান, নির্যাতিতদের পাশে দাঁড়ান। সেই জন্য আমরা কালকে ঠিক করেছি সবগুলি নিয়ে প্রদেশ কংগ্রেস 21 তারিখ ত্রিপুরা 12 ঘন্টার বন্ধের সিদ্ধান্ত নিয়েছে। সবগুলি ডিমান্ড নিয়ে
Former TPCC President Birojit Sinha listed out all the Tripura Pradesh Congress organizations and groups that will join the 12-hour strike on 21st of September.
Tripura Pradesh Congress Hallabol, Tripura Mahila Congress, Adivasi Congress, Minority Department, OBC Department, Kisan Congress, Fishermen Congress, Pradesh Congress Bichar Vibhag, Congress Hallabol Young Brigade, NSY, কংগ্রেস সেবাদল মহিলা বিভাগ, রাজীব গান্ধী পঞ্চায়েত রাজ এবং আমাদের কয়েকটা ইউনিয়ন, ত্রিপুরা চামোদর ইউনিয়ন, এসসি ডিপার্টমেন্ট, লিগাল এন্ড হিউম্যান রাইটস ডিপার্টমেন্ট, কিষাণ শ্রমিক যুব কর্মী সমিতি, কিষাণ শ্রমিক যুব কর্মী সমিতি, যুব সভা ইত্যাদি আমাদের শাখা সংগঠন 1-21 তারিখে বন্ধ আছে। বন্ধের যে দাবি সনদ তৈরি হয়েছে রাজ্যবাসীর স্বার্থে, আমি আপনাদের পরে শোনাচ্ছি। বিজেপির সরকারের আড়াই বছরের শাসনের রাজ্যে চরম হারে।
Ex-TPCC President Gopal Roy slammed the BJP government for its failure in managing the COVID-19 situation and poor healthcare services in the state.
স্বাস্থ্য এই যে আমাদের প্রধান চিকিৎসা কেন্দ্র জিবি হসপিটাল, আজকেও 12 জন মারা গেছে উইদাউট ট্রিটমেন্ট। তাদের পরিজনদের মধ্যে কোনো ট্রিটমেন্ট পাওয়া যাচ্ছে না।
Senior Congress leader Shubal Bhumik criticized the incident when a photojournalist of Dholai district, Parashwar Bishwas, has been brutally beaten up allegedly by the BJP goons at Ambasha for his live appeal to the Chief Minister not to make derogatory comments on media in future, which he did at Shabrum.
অবস্থা এমন বিপর্যয় আমরা দেখিনি। আজকেও আমরা অত্যন্ত মর্মাহত যে মুখ্যমন্ত্রীর সমালোচনা করেছে সামাজিক মাধ্যমে মানে সোশ্যাল মিডিয়াতে তার জন্য একজন সাংবাদিককে আম বাসাতে মেরে তাকে যেভাবে আহত করা হলো প্রকাশ আপনারা দেখেছেন মুখ্যমন্ত্রীর সমালোচনা করার কারণে ভারতীয় জনতা পার্টির প্রবক্তা এই আগরতলা শহরে একজন সাংবাদিক এবং বুদ্ধিজীবী প্রসেনজিৎ চক্রবর্তীকে যে কায়দায় প্রকাশ্যে দিনের বেলা হামলা করা হয়েছে উনি আমাদের দলের নয় ভারতীয় জনতা পার্টি শুধু মুখ্যমন্ত্রী সমালোচনা করেছিলেন এই অপরাধ গত 2.5 বছরে একটি দিনের জন্য একটি রাত্রিও এই রাজ্যের মানুষ শান্তিতে ঘুমোতে পারেনি আমি বলবো না যারা ভারতীয় জনতা পার্টি করছে তারাও শান্তিতে আছে এমন একটা অরাজক অব্যবস্থা এই রাজ্যে কন্টিনিউ করছে আজকে আমরা বাধ্য হচ্ছি আপনারা আপনাদের মাধ্যম বিশেষ করে স্বাভাবিক কারণে এই ডিজাস্টার
The Congress said it will not be afraid of the tried tactics of the BJP government that is trying to trample upon the aspirations of the common people. The Congress journalists of the state came up together protesting against the derogatory comments of Chief Minister Biplab Deb against the media at Shabrum. Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Dev's threat pronounced on last Friday in Shabrum of seeing journalists misreporting on COVID crisis in the state has brought together all senior and junior journalists. Under the stewardship of veteran editor of Daily Shandon Potrika, Shubal Kumar Dev, many journalists representing print and electronic media held a meeting in Agartala Press Club on Sunday. Addressing the meeting, Shubal Kumar Dev gave a detailed account of how his newspaper had been subjected to repressive measures including police raid on his office in connection with an advertisement and cutting down of his advertisement quota by the state government. He also referred to breach of all the promises made to media by the BJP government and said that yes, in the past the journalists and editors of Tripura will fight for their rights guaranteed by the constitution. He also pointed out the fact when Parashor Bishwash, photojournalists, have been brutally attacked within 24 hours of threat issued by CM. Apart from Shubal Kumar Dev, many senior journalists including Jayanto Bhattacharjee, PTI, Bishendu Bhattacharjee, Times of India, Shomir Paul, Daily Desher Kotha, Shomir Dhar, Ajkal, Paromita Livingstone, Doinik Shambad, Shanni Debroy, Ajker Foriad addressed the gathering of journalists and declared their resolve to fight for the constitutional and legal rights. Besides, the meeting also constituted an ad hoc committee under the banner of Assembly of Journalists, a forum of protection of journalists and media workers under Shri Shubal Kumar Dev as the chairman, Shekhar Datta as the officiating convener and 6 other journalists as the members. The newly constituted body soon to convene a conference of journalists working in block with subdivisions and district towns as they have been bearing the brunt of attacks of miscreants and mafia elements affiliated with the ruling party and its mondols. As a part of the initial action program, the meeting decided to meet and submit a memorandum to the governor apprising him of the situation and also send letters to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Amit Shah seeking their intervention. Bureau Report, Hallabol. The Tripura Assembly of Journalists demanded the Chief Minister Biplab Deb to withdraw and apologize for his comment made at Shabrum against the freedom of press, gave 3 days ultimatum. The Tripura Assembly of Journalists, a joint forum of media workers and journalists, expressed deep concern over the recent public threats to journalists and news outlets in the state at an official function of the Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Deb at Shabrum. A meeting of the organization held at Agartala Press Club on Sunday condemned the anti-democratic remarks of the Chief Minister. The Tripura Assembly of Journalists hopes the Chief Minister will withdraw his statement in the next 3 days. The Tripura Assembly of Journalists in the press meet made a statement that within 24 hours of the Chief Minister's public threat, attacks against journalists had started in various parts of the state. In a meeting, it has been decided that such threats by the Chief Minister and the government's intolerant attitude towards the state media would include the Governor of Tripura, the Prime Minister, Home Minister, the Press Council of India, the International Federation of Journalists, the Commonwealth Human Rights Initiative, and the Editors Guild. At Sunday's meeting, the Forum of Protection of Journalists was merged with the Assembly of Journalists and an ad hoc committee was formed to conduct its work for a temporary period. Veteran editor Shubal Kumar De and veteran journalist Shekhar Datta have been nominated as the chairman and convener of the committee respectively. Senior journalist Paromita Livingstone, Jayanta Bhattacharya, Shanni Debroy, Dr. Bishendu Bhattacharya, Samir Dhar, Debashish Mojumdar and Ramakant De have also been nominated as the members. The newspapers and journalists of Tripura have always been faithfully fulfilling their democratic responsibilities. If there has been any dispute between the government and the fourth pillar of democracy, it has been resolved through negotiations. But over the past 2 years, the situation has been slowly spiraling out of control. The state power wants to turn the media into a bought slave. News sources have been silenced by issuing official order. Officially, slander is being spread against journalists through social media. The Chief Minister's office is also directly involved in this. The ruling party and the government are threatening the media by holding press conferences almost every day. The Chief Minister of Tripura himself has threatened to take a look at the media in a public meeting, causing panic in the entire media, which did not happen even during the state of emergency in the country. Bureau Report, Hallabol. Students deprived from scholarships yet roaming for help for their pending scholarship amounts. Department sent letter to Chief Minister to clear the funds for the B.Ed students. Instead of preparing for the scheduled examinations from October 1st, B.Ed students in Tripura who are studying in other states under state government sponsored scholarship in merit list are roaming in the office of the Tribal Welfare Department as the department is not clearing their scholarship. Reportedly, it's the 6th day when the student came to the office. From the past 5 days, they were told repeatedly about fund crisis situation in the department, but the students who were promised to get the scholarship have been on the verge of being dropped out for a long time, and colleges are pressuring the students for their pending fees. In the 2018 assembly elections, among the 20 tribal assembly seats, 18 seats has been secured by the BJP IPFT government. The tribal people, in the hope of better opportunities and welfare, voted the BJP IPFT government into power. But the BJP government, after being voted into power, has forgotten all its promises. It has forgot the welfare of the tribal communities. The most suited example to this is the students who are roaming for help from so many days. At the same time, examination is knocking on the doors with only 15 days left for preparation. Examination of the students are scheduled to be from 1st of October. The ST students went to other states to complete their B.Ed under a scheme named Chief Minister's B.Ed Arun Prerna Yojana in 2018. Government of Tripura cleared first year's amount, but this year the government has not given them scholarship, which has erupted tension among the students. Bureau Report, Hallabol. Well, that's all from the English desk at this moment. For more news and updates, stay tuned to Hallabol.